Hello dear friends, welcome back again to another video from my YouTube channel. Before watching this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for your future updates. Dear friends, in our previous video, we discussed about the female reproductive system in detail. We have seen the neat labeled diagram of the female reproductive system in the last video. That is very important for 5 marks in your annual examination. Now, in this video, we are going to understand the very important component of a female reproductive system, that is ovaries. Ovaries are considered as the primary sex organs in the female reproductive system. Why? Because they are the structures in which the female gamete is getting developed. That is why it is called as the primary sex organs in the females. Ovary produces ovum. That is why it is called as primary sex organs. Now, in our previous videos, we talked about the basic things of the ovary. In this particular video, we are going to understand the internal characteristic features of the ovary. That means we are going to study the anatomy of the ovary. Anatomy of ovary. Dear friends, in our previous video, we made it very clear that ovaries are pair in structure. They are paired structure. That means there are 2 ovaries in the female reproductive system. And these 2 ovaries are located in the abdominal cavity, particularly in the pelvic region of the abdominal cavity. Now, these ovaries are generally almond shaped. They are generally almond-shaped structures. Almond-shaped structures, ovaries. The entire ovary, it is covered with a protective layer. This protective layer, it is called as tunica albuginea. I hope you people have remembered this word, tunica albuginea. The same protective layer is found in the testis also in the male reproductive system. Tunica albuginea, the outermost covering layer of the ovary. The entire ovary, it is divided into 2 different zones, into 2 different compartments, into 2 different segments, into 2 different regions. The outermost region of the ovary, this is the outermost region that I am marking here. The outermost region of the ovary, which is made up of a reticular connective tissue. If you recall the size of the female ovary in human beings, approximately it is 2 to 4 centimeters in its length and approximately 2.5 centimeter in its width. The outermost zone of the ovary, it is called as cortex. It is called as cortex, the outermost region of the ovary. This cortex, it is made up of reticular connective tissue. The entire outermost region of the ovary, it is made up of reticular connective tissue. This reticular connective tissue we have studied in our first year PUC structural organization in animals chapter. Whereas the inner central part of the ovary, this central part of the ovary, it is called as, this central part, it is called as medulla. It is called as medulla. Ovary is divided into 2 zones. Outer zone is called as cortex and the central inner zone, it is called as medulla. This medulla region, it is made up of areolar connective tissue. Remember, these tissues, they are very important for competitive exams, my dear friends. Outer cortex is made up of reticular connective tissue. Inner medulla, it is made up of areolar connective tissue. Now let us understand. Now let us observe what is there inside the ovary. As we know, ovaries are the primary sex organs in the females. That means they are responsible for the production of a female gamete, that is nothing but an ovum or egg. These eggs, they start their journey inside the ovary in the form of certain small structures, small cells. They are all the cells. These cells are nothing but follicles. They are also called as follicular cells. Many follicular cells are present in the ovary. Many follicular cells. And the number of the follicular cells, they vary from person to person. They vary from age to age. That means newly born female child has got some amount of follicular cells. Matured woman has got some amount of follicular cells. Pregnant woman, they have got some amount of follicular cells. These numbers of follicular cells, they vary from situation to the situation. These cells are nothing but they are the future female gametes. ಈ ಫಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ನಿಂದ ಭವಿಷ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಲಿಂಗಾಣು उत्पत्ति ಆಗ್ತದೆ. अब ये फॉलिकुलर सेल्स आगे चल के फीमेल गैमेट बनने वाला है. वो कैसा बनता? Listen very carefully. These follicular cells, they are simply called as primary follicles. They are called as primary follicles. Plenty amount of primary follicles are there inside the ovary. Out of many follicular cells, any one cell I am talking about, out of many follicular cells, any one cell, it get differentiated. देखो यहाँ पे मैजिक हो रहा. बहुत सारे फॉलिकुलर सेल्स हैं. उन सारे फॉलिकुलर सेल्स में कोई एक सेल अपने आप को डिफरेंशिएट कर लेता. तन्नष्टिक ताने डिफरेंशिएट आगे, this will become the secondary oocyte in future. This cell has become differentiated. Now, after this, what is the next stage? This central cell which get differentiated itself, it is no more called as follicular cell. Now it is called as secondary oocyte. This secondary oocyte increases in its size. That means there is a cellular growth here. It increases in its size. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಈ ಗಾತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಎಷ್ಟದ ಫಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ oocyte ಸೈಜ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ oocyte ಸೈಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟದ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಗಾತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗತ್ತದ. ತನ್ನ ಸುತ್ತಳತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗತ್ತದ. ಫಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸೆಲ್ increases in its size. Now the remaining follicular cells, they remain surrounded to this secondary oocyte. They are all follicular cells. Now at this stage, it is called as this structure is called as, let us label here, this structure it is called as secondary follicle. It is primary follicle. From the primary follicle, secondary follicle get developed. How it get developed? Only the secondary oocyte has been increased. The size of the secondary oocyte has been increased. That's all. Now, the next stage is this secondary oocyte, it again increases in its size. Look at the size of this. Now the size is getting increased. And these follicular cells, they remain surrounded to the secondary oocyte. At this stage of the development of a female gamete, it is called as tertiary follicle. It is primary follicle. From primary follicle to secondary follicle. From secondary follicle to tertiary follicle get developed. Now all these cells, what cells we have in the tertiary follicle? We have follicular cells as well as secondary oocyte. Then the next stage is very, very interesting and very, very important for competitive exams. In the next stage, the secondary oocyte increases in its size. Again, there is a cellular growth here. Secondary oocyte increases in its size, and some of the follicular cells, they remain attached to the secondary oocyte. They remain attached to the secondary oocyte. Whereas some of the follicular cells, they form the outer protective layer of this structure. They form the outer protective layer of this structure. There are two such layers are formed. There are two such layers are formed. Outer layer and the inner layer. We'll discuss their technical names in our next video. And to hold this secondary oocyte inside this cavity, these two are the jackets, outer jacket and the inner jacket. It is called as theca externa and it is called as theca interna. We'll discuss in our future videos. Inside this there is a cavity. To hold the secondary oocyte inside this cavity, there is a mass of tissue get developed here. There is a mass of tissue, there is a mass of cell, there is a mass of cell get developed that holds the secondary oocyte inside this antrum, inside this cavity. Now, when the developmental stages of the egg reach this stage, this entire stage, it is called as Graafian follicle. Graafian follicle, named after the scientist Graafian. Graafian is the person who discovered this structure in the female ovary. That is why the name is given Graafian follicle. What has happened? इली तनका ಏನಾಯ್ತ್ರಿ? अब तक क्या हुआ? प्राइमरी फॉलिकल से सेकेंडरी फॉलिकल, सेकेंडरी फॉलिकल से टर्शरी फॉलिकल, टर्शरी फॉलिकल से ग्राफियन फॉलिकल बना. जैसे ही ग्राफियन फॉलिकल बना, now this secondary oocyte, what is this cell? This cell is nothing but a secondary oocyte. It is the secondary oocyte. That means it is the future female gamete, future ovum, future egg it is. As the developmental stages reaches the Graafian follicle structure, that indicates the secondary oocyte get matured. The maturity get confirmed at the Graafian follicle stage. Now, I am drawing the same structure, little bit smaller to understand. I am drawing the same structure. This is the outermost layer. There are two such outermost layers as we have discussed, as we have drawn in the previous diagram. They are the outermost layers. Inside this we have the secondary oocyte. Secondary oocyte. This secondary oocyte gets surrounded by follicular cells here. They are the follicular cells. The same diagram I am drawing here. Here we have a mass of cells that holds this secondary oocyte. Now, after the Graafian follicle stage, we'll discuss this Graafian follicle in detail in our next video, because majority of the times in the competitive exams like NEET, AIIMS, JIPMER and KCET, one question will be definitely there from this Graafian follicle structure. After the completion of the Graafian follicle structure, the secondary oocyte already get matured. It get matured. After the maturity, it starts rupturing. It starts breaking the wall of the Graafian follicle as well as the wall of the ovary. Wall of the Graafian follicle as well as the wall of the ovaries are broken down. Why they broken down? Who breaks this wall? The secondary oocyte breaks the wall after maturity. Now, this secondary oocyte get released out from the ovary. It get released out from the ovary. It get released out from the ovary. ಏನಾಗತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಯನ್ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ನಿಂದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ oocyte ಹೊರಗಡೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಾಗತ್ತದ. ಕೇವಲ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಯನ್ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ನಿಂದ ಮಾತ್ರ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಓವರಿದಿಂದನೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. This is the सेकेंडरी oocyte. सेकेंडरी oocyte क्या हुआ? ग्राफियन फॉलिकल से सेकेंडरी oocyte रिलीज हो गया. इस प्रोसेस को हम क्या बोलेंगे? ओव्यूलेशन. क्या बोलना है प्रोसेस को? ओव्यूलेशन. व्हाट इज ओव्यूलेशन? रिलीज ऑफ एग फ्रॉम द ओवरी इज कॉल्ड एज ओव्यूलेशन. ओवरी से एग का रिलीज होना, ये प्रोसेस को हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? ओव्यूलेशन. एवरी मंथ माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, every month in a mature female, on the 14th day of her menstrual cycle, one such egg is released, one such secondary oocyte get released. ವಯಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದಂತ ಹೆಣ್ಣುಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಹೆಣ್ಣುಮಗಳ ಋತುಚಕ್ರವಿನ 14ನೇ ದಿನದಂದು ಒಂದು ಎಗ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಮೆನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರುವಲ್ ಸೈಕಲಿನ 14ನೇ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಥದ್ದೊಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ? ओव्यूलेशन ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. एग रिलीज होना ओवरी से, इसको हम क्या बोल रहे हैं? ओव्यूलेशन. जैसे ही ये बाहर की तरफ रिलीज हुआ, जैसे ही ये बाहर की तरफ रिलीज हुआ, ಈಗ ಇದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಐತೇನ್ರಿ? ಇದು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹೊರಗಡೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಮೋರ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್. How it get released? By breaking the wall of the Graafian follicle as well as the ovary. Due to this breakage of cell, due to this breakage of tissue, some amount of blood is released. Blood is released. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಬ್ಲಡ್? ಗ್ರಾಫಿಯನ್ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗ್ಯದೆ, ಓವರಿ ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗ್ಯದೆ, ಎಗ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ಯದೆ. ರಪ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ದೆನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಮೋರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಗ್ರಾಫಿಯನ್ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ಮೈ ಡಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾಫಿಯನ್ ಫಾಲಿಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರೆಯೋ हागिಲ್ಲ. अब इसको हम ग्राफियन फॉलिकल नहीं बुला सकते. क्यों नहीं बुला सकते? क्योंकि इसके अंदर सेकेंडरी oocyte नहीं है, वो तो रिलीज हो गया है. ये स्ट्रक्चर को अब हम बोलेंगे कार्पस hemoregicum. Carpus hemoregicum. This structure is called as carpus hemoregicum. Why it is called as hemoregicum? What do you mean by hema? Hemo means blood. Some amount of blood is released. That is why this structure is called as carpus hemoregicum. This carpus hemoregicum in future it develops into a small structure like this. That means it is getting shrinked. ಸಣ್ಣದಾಕೋತ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. It is getting shrink. This is the outer layer, this is the inner layer. They are the inner and the outer layers. Here there is a rupture, same rupture. Here there is a rupture. Then we have the follicular cells here. Follicular cells. What is the difference between this structure and this structure? This structure shows the presence of a release of a blood. Here the blood is released. Here the blood discharge, it stops. Blood clot ಆಗ್ತದೆ, रक्त ಹೆಪ್ಪಗಡ್ತದೆ, खून जमा होता, जमा होने के बाद यहाँ से खून बहना रुक जाता, blood clotting रुक जाता. जैसे ही blood clotting रुका, now this structure is no more called as carpus hemoregicum. हिमोरेजिकम क्यों बुला रहे थे? यहाँ से ब्लड जा रहा था इसलिए इसको हिमोरेजिकम बुला रहे थे. अब यहाँ पे ब्लड जाना बंद हो गया, ब्लड डिस्चार्ज आगोದು ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಡ್ತು. Now it is no more called as hemoregicum. Now it is called as, this structure is very very important. Listen very carefully. Now this structure it is called as carpus luteum. Carpus luteum. Remember my dear friends, this carpus luteum is very very important for competitive exams, because this carpus luteum it acts as endocrine gland. It acts as an endocrine gland. ग्लैंड थरा ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಾಕತ್ತದ, ಗ್ರಂಥಿಯ ತರ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಾಕತ್ತದ. ये एक हुदूद के तरह काम कर रहा. It is the gland. It acts as an endocrine gland. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಗ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಂಥಿ. ಗ್ರಂಥಿಯ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು? ಏನನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಸ್ರವಿಸೋದು, ಏನನ್ನಾದ್ರೂ ಉತ್ಪತ್ತಿ ಮಾಡೋದು. ग्लैंड का मेन काम क्या है? प्रोडक्शन करना, सिक्रीशन करना. release karna. Now this carpus luteum, it produces a particular hormone. Its name is progesterone. Progesterone hormone. Many a times in the competitive exams, my dear friends, the question has been asked, progesterone is released by which structure in the female ovary? It is released by the carpus luteum. Carpus luteum releases a hormone. Its name is progesterone. Now this carpus luteum, it again gets shrinked in future. It gets shrink. It becomes a small structure. This is the outer. Here we have the inner layer. Then we have the follicular cells here. बरबरता डीजनरेट आगागತ್ತದೆ आते आहिस्ते 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 इन्हें क्या होता जा रहा, डीजनरेट होते जा रहा. यहाँ पे देखो ये कितना बड़ा स्ट्रक्चर है, फिर थोड़ा छोटा हुआ, फिर थोड़ा छोटा हुआ. जब इन्हें डीजनरेट हो रहा, now it is called as, let us shift this here, this is medulla. This structure, it is called as carpus albicans. It is called as carpus albicans. What is carpus albicans? It is the degenerating carpus luteum. कार्पस ल्यूटियम जब डीजनरेट हो रहा, इसको हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, कार्पस अल्बिकैन. रिमेंबर द 3 वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट सिक्वेंशियल डेवलपमेंटल स्टेजेस. ग्राफियन फॉलिकल से कार्पस हिमोरेजिकम, कार्पस हिमोरेजिकम से कार्पस ल्यूटियम, कार्पस ल्यूटियम से कार्पस अल्बिकैंस. रिमेंबर दिस स्ट्रक्चर इन द सीक्वेंस, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. Primary follicle to secondary follicle get developed into tertiary follicle get developed into Graafian follicle. Here there is an ovulation takes place. As a result of that, we are calling this as a carpus hemorrhagicum. From carpus hemorrhagicum, carpus luteum to carpus albicans. This is the anatomy of the female ovary in case of human beings. I hope you people have got an idea what is there inside the ovary. In our next video, we are going to discuss about the Graafian follicle structure in detail because it is repeatedly asked in the competitive exams. I hope you people have got a clear picture about the internal structure of the ovary. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much.